tell us a little bit about how you got started in music?
Hey, yeah. So, I started as a recording engineer, which is like funny because I was making dubs. Okay, let's back it up. I went to college pre-med, y'all. I went to school to be a doctor. My parents Arab as hell, so my whole life was get good grades, do research, work in a medical school, go be a doctor. And so I got to NYU and did the opposite of that and started making music. I was making dubstep and like EDM shit, like the stuff you hear at the raves until my senior year. And my senior year, basically my girlfriend broke up with me and I was like, yo, I need bread. So I started recording any person who asked me, and I was doing that at like mad cheap. And so over time I was just like word of mouth from there, and then I started working with a bunch of different people, and then over time I went from engineering to like producing more for artists, and then I went into full on just like recording myself and dropping my own songs. So that's kind of just like how it all happened. But I was doing music all my life, but like actually making music, that wasn't until I was like 18 at least, and making it like decent, like not trash, probably like 2021.
So was there a certain song you made or a moment or something where you were like, oh, I need to take this serious, this is hot, like I gotta like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was crazy is like that happened to me in 2022 after like 7 years of making music, and it's a song of mine called Hey, I'm in Texas, do you want to hang / talk? And so long story, it's just about someone who I dated that I went to Texas and they ghosted me. That's the story. And my boy sent me a beat, and I was looking for like some country, like John Deere tractor trailer beats. Long story short, I punched in that song in like an hour, and I was so like in my bag that day. I was like, yo, I think like this is exactly the sound I've been trying to make for like at least hear myself over to do like for at least several years. So when that song was made while I was recording it, I was like, oh, this is what I'm going to focus on for I think the rest of my time ever making music, because I was just like, why am I not making my own songs? Like, yes, like it's fun producing for a bunch of like talented artists, don't get me wrong, but like there's something satisfying about telling your own story that like, yo, they don't tell you that when you're like producing engineering. Like if you got a voice, definitely use it. So that's when I was just like, I'm about to try this out, and I'm very thankful because I met hella cool people, and a lot of people see my art the way I want it to be seen. So that's kind of just that's the vibe real quick.
So where do you get, no, it's so good. I'm listening. So I want to know where you get your inspiration from. I know you said obviously life experiences, but is there a certain music you listen to or like something that inspires you to? Yeah.
I'd be listening to mad jazz music and mad like screamo music, like where they be like on the mic and shit like that. And I was like, as a kid, I was going to like Warped Tour and shit like that every year. And so I'm like into like punk and rock music, but I'm also like, from where I grew up, all I know is like rap and hip hop too. So it's funny, I would consider my music just like a blend of the worlds I've like grew up around and like lived in. And so it's like hip hop and punk music. Like that's kind of where I be type shit.
That's fire. But see, I like that. Like I can kind of tell, I feel by your music that, but I feel it's interesting that you didn't say like Uzi or Cardi, because I feel like people think that is punk mixed with rap, but I don't necessarily feel that
it's not. It's I think it's like it's utilizing the inspiration of like punk and all those scenes into something like rage. That's what we get, like Cardi and Uzi shit. But like like that still, like they're like, to me, like, yo, they like, I feel like everyone can be a punk as long as you're like low-key anti-establishment. But that's like a long theoretical conversation, I think. But with the Uzi Cardi fans, like, yo, they're punks too. We all punks. I feel like if you're about that shit, like, yeah, like for me, I'm like old school. Like I'm talking like, The Story So Far, State Champs, Wonder Years, like those bands who, like those types of like that's the punk that I come from, and those are sort of my influences. But yo, honestly, I love the fact that it is sort of resurging, because when I was a kid, that shit was not cool. That shit was lame when I was like in high school. So now that's like people kind of see that there was something that people really resonated with back then, and I like how it's coming back. Like I know people will hate and shit, but yo, if you a Cardi and Uzi fan, I fuck with you still just as much. Shit. So
now you can curse. But so how would you define punk?
punk is anti-establishment. It's like if the system is oppressing you and you're a marginalized group, if you're a minority and you just like don't fuck with it, you're punk. You feel me? Like it all comes down to anti-establishment. And also, if we go into the theory of it, it really comes down to like queer, trans, non-binary people that was pushing the anti-establishment movement because those groups were getting oppressed back in the 80s and 90s. So that's like, if we're talking grassroots punk, it kind of comes from like fuck the government. But I think anything can be punk as long as you're like fuck the government enough, or you're being honest about your expression. I feel like if it's punk to you, shit, I'm not gonna say no to that.
That's what's up. And so, being an artist, what do you feel like is the best way to maintain your individuality and your creativity without being affected by the trends, or like feeling that pressure of like, well, I gotta sound like Uzi, I gotta do a drill song?
You know, it's mad funny. Like, I felt like my entire life I was looking around me and I was like, yo, what is this person doing? What is this person doing? And I never really like looked to myself, like unfiltered, like opened up my music program and go, all right, I'm not going to listen to nothing, and I'm just going to like record the first thing that comes from my head, whether it's like my vocals or guitar or whatever. Doing that, I think, is what made me stop looking at the people around me and be like, yo, I got to be like this person. At the end of the day, I'm like, I'm the only one who could tell my stories. So if I want to like make music that's meaningful to people, I have to tell my stories my way, the only way. Because if I'm trying to be someone else, people are going to read through that and they're not going to jack it. It's pretty like evident when someone's trying to be someone that they're not. And for me, like, a lot of my experiences in like my lyrics is like shit about getting fucking deaded by a shorty. Like, it's like but I'll make it sound as hard as possible because that's like me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of that's I'm also like, I just turned 25, so I'm like, I got no time to try to be like someone else right now. Like, so I kind of just went, everything about me that I was like unsure about, I kind of doubled down. Hence, I got like a unibrow now. When I was younger, I would like pluck that shit and like kids would make fun of me. But now I've grown that shit back and like, I don't know, I feel power from that. So just being myself, that's kind of where I'm like, I got to be myself if I want to be like Uzi and Cardi. Low-key, if we're going back to the Uzi and Cardi reference, it's like they are themselves at the end of the day. Like they probably are trying to be like something like that they aspire to be, but like they're doing what they think is best for themselves. So that's kind of where I'm just like, if I want to be an artist that's respected in that same regard, I'm gonna do everything for myself. And yeah,
that's dope. And I like that you use the word power, because I feel like a lot of people now, with the fact that you can go viral easily and all that, they feel like their power comes from attention and not, from attention rather than connection. And it's crazy because like I had this like fucking stupid ass fucking video, the dumbest video I ever posted on the internet, and I had COVID. Thankfully I'm negative. I didn't have COVID no more, but I had COVID right around Christmas time after I got gifts for everyone, and I was cooped up at home not doing shit, and I decided to post a stupid video of me and my friend singing Whippin' Nene, and that shit, that shit was so crazy. Waking up the next morning on Christmas, COVID, not seeing my family, and I'm like, that shit is run up. And I know that like that is not nothing other than people get to now see my face and shit. It's crazy though that it like seeing how many people like, I solidified myself knowing in who I gotta be, and like me, my look, who I am, how I talk, how I walk, how I move already like makes a lot of people get reactions, as I saw with that video. So even more so, I'm like unapologetically on my like trying like I don't care about the attention, but if you got your attention caught up in that video and then you tapped into my profile and listened to the music and like connected to the serious things that I'm trying to like put out, that is like where I feel like a lot of like the true beauty in that connection between like the fan and the artist will like, I think forms like, yes, there's something that they can enjoy. They can see that I'm a human being. Like I'll fucking sing Whippin' Nene all emo and stupid in front of the camera, but also like I'm pouring my heart and soul in every song, and it don't matter about the attention, it's about the intention. My intention is to tell the story. So hopefully people, you feel me, jack that. That's fire. That's cool though, but I feel like that whole like everything you said comes out in the way you express yourself, just like your look and everything. So it's like even if they see the video, they could still get that message without, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's
they get
fire.
that message loud and clear, and it's crazy because I'm like, damn, I don't gotta do no gimmicks.
Yeah.
I don't gotta do no like jumping around, dancing. I literally just gotta open my mouth and like it's crazy how many like there's so many people that support and they like listen and they tap in, but there's hella people that look at me and go, yo, ew, unibrow, shave that off, and I'm like, I look at them, I'm like, haha, foolish mortals. Y'all don't know shit. Y'all don't know what this unibrow is capable of. You feel me? Like, so to me, it's like, and by the time it became like thousands of those seeing the same thing, I'm just like, damn, I know myself now. Like, I was like, damn, I've been doing it right. Like, I just got to stay what I'm on, and like, you know, shit might fall into place properly. Hopefully, you feel me?
No, that's a fact. I'm so happy you said that because, you know, it's about inspiring other artists too. And I feel like so many artists, I feel most of the artists I meet, they're trying to be somebody else. Like I could pull up a picture and be like, "You're trying to be 50 Cent,"
literally type shit.
Like,
and it's crazy because like even like me, who I'm like undoubtedly like I'm trying my best to be just me and tell my story and tell my experience. There will be people that will be like, "Yo, you a clone of this person. Yo, they ruthless on TikTok." But it's okay. Like at the end of the day, as long as your intention is to tell your story, to be yourself in the most authentic way, then yeah, you Gucci. I won't hate anyone doing nothing as long as they're like, you know what I mean, true for themselves. Also, that goes into like, sorry, I'm rambling, but yo, I be thinking about this a lot. Yo, but I light this up and think for a second. Shit, I've been like, yo, people are like, yo, I'm quitting music. How the fuck you quitting music, bro? If you love that shit all your life, yo, I don't care if I get 2 plays on my shit. Catch me punching in tomorrow on some Chief Keef fucking beat, even though I sing sad music and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, people are like, yo, if I don't make it, I'm quitting at 30. Yo, bro, what? Yo, my dad is 65 years old. He's still making songs. Like, he had his whole Arabic fucking, like, he's a Arabic singer. He ain't even popping like that. I mean, that's my dad, though. That's the GOAT to me. But he, like, is 65, still making songs. And he don't care. You know, it's about love. I don't know. It's about love and intention. It's not about trying to be no one else but yourself and tell your story. You hear that, kids? I'm kidding. My fault.
For real. They need to hear that because the internet is messing it up. They're just looking at the likes and like, nobody likes it, I'm going to stop.
Yeah, it's like if no one's jacking it, then I'm stopping. No, yo. My friends in this universe, it's like there's so much abundance. Like have just the joy in creating enough is what I fucking live off. It's a high that I be living off of, and like the fact that I don't know, like at least I just feel like if you are making music, make it because you love to make it, not because you're trying to be Cardi or Uzi. But if you're trying to be Cardi or Uzi, in my opinion, if you are trying to be Cardi or Uzi, or if you're trying to copy another artist, in my humble opinion, this is a hot take, you better do that with your chest. Like if you're going to be a clone, you better be a clone with your chest, because like if you're gonna do it just for that image, you better run up your bag. Like imagine you be a clone of Cardi and you flop. Like bro, what? Yo, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, this is my 2 cents on it.
No, that's a very good 2 cents. But, so let's talk a little about the music also.
Oh, facts, my fault. I get a lighter, by the way.
Is there a lighter?
Thank
so
you.
We're gonna get you a lighter. And then,
yeah.
so do you have any projects right now or anything you're pushing you want people to know about?
Yeah, so I just dropped a single called Crash Test Dummy. I was about to drop the music video today, but something happened scheduling it, so it'll come out this Sunday at 9, which I'm hyped for. And that's the last single off my debut album project, whatever you're trying to call it. Yeah, that project is called 111, and it's just like a compilation of the songs that kind of just got me to where I am today in my personal life, not like music, because I ain't shit yet. We just getting started, you know what I mean? But the whole project's about, like, I was supposed to be a doctor, and I kind of threw that out the window to record and try to be like a musician / engineer full time. And there's like others there, and there's like, I'll be talking about like my heartbreaks and shit on there. But yeah, it's coming out February 1st, and after that, it's just gonna be as much shows as possible. You feel me? Yeah. I've been working like probably like a year and some change on this album, so I hope I'm very relieved that it's done. I hope it all makes sense when people listen to it. So it's 10 songs though.
And do you have any last words of wisdom for people? Like a quick little like.
Oh, words of wisdom. Yeah, I didn't even spark the blunt. That's crazy. I'm already on words of wisdom. Damn, I spent all this time rolling on. Hold on. My words of wisdom would be, yo, honestly, keep going. I mean, they all say that though, but like dead ass, keep going. If you love this shit for real, why are you stopping? Like, why are you stopping? And then, yo, for the motherfuckers out there who are too scared to post their music, what are you doing, bro? I know they say, oh, you know, like, don't be afraid, like, post your music. Okay, I'm gonna be the one to tell you, stop being a selfish asshole and drop that music. We want to hear it. We need to hear it. We need it from you. Why you gatekeeping this fire? And so that's what I gotta say to everyone. I'm Musa, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, can we just get a drop where you're like, yeah, Musa, and you say, sorry, like Crash says something, like however you want to say, promote your album or your song, and then just say, and I'm here with your plug's favorite.
Okay. Hell yeah. Hey, I'm Musa. I'm from. Oh, let me run that back. Let me think. Hold on. Hey, my name is Musa. I just dropped my song Crash Test Dummy 2 days ago. The last single of my upcoming album 111, February 1st, and I'm here with your plug's favorite.
Thank you.